Alright, good start to the day. Roommate made coffee. I didn't know the lid wasn't on all the way and I spilled it all over me. That sucked. So that's a good start. Burnt my arm. I got a package from Riga, Latvia. Riga, Latvia. That's how hard it is to find anything around here for this car. I live in Canada and I have to buy parts online from Latvia just to find them. And that's just because right now, with COVID and shipping, like for instance, I don't remember if I mentioned this in the video where I was doing the exterior, but this bumper, when I was looking for these pieces, for the front here, it did end up being two different pieces. So it's one piece for the license plate, and then it's one piece for the tow hook cover. I did end up finding the part numbers thanks to a person on a BMW forum. And then when I looked for the part numbers, I found them in the States. But I don't know what is going on between the United States and Canada right now, but it is absolutely insane because I found an entire M3 replica bumper for $185 US. So it works out to around like $200 Canadian. So like that's a really good price for a bumper, like an aftermarket bumper. I wouldn't have to deal with the trim and everything. It would kind of clean it up a little bit, whatever. I kind of like this bumper better just because it's flat all the way across. It doesn't have that bulge in the middle. But I mean, I guess the bulge kind of makes sense because it goes along with the grille, but that's something else. Anyway, I kind of like this bumper. It's $185 US for the bumper, unpainted and everything. More than acceptable. That's a perfect price. Shipping on that bumper from the United States to Canada, we literally live right next door, is $1,850. So it's almost $2,000 Canadian to have a $200 Canadian bumper shipped. Like, what is going on right now with trying to find parts? Like, this is absolutely insane. And because I live so close to the border, I'm only about 45 minutes away. Before COVID, there's a store that I could just drive down to. So I had a US shipping address that I could do, and then it qualifies for free shipping. But because I can't actually go there now, I can't order these parts with free shipping for $200 Canadian. Just, drive down, just take an afternoon, there and back, grab some coffee, 2 hours, whatever, just enjoy the day. Get some parts, everything's fine. Save 2,000 goddamn dollars by just driving down, but I can't do that anymore. So now I'm ordering parts from Latvia. Oh, yeah, I also forgot to mention that I bought OEM parts. That's it, the front license plate bracket there. I don't know if you can see that part number. 51181651462294449. Trying to have a conversation here. I mean, like, that sounds pretty badass though, but come on. Moved into this quiet ass neighborhood just so I can make some goddamn YouTube videos. I'm still dealing with assholes like me every day. Anyway, that's the part number for this thing, if anybody is interested. Because it's from Latvia, it is a European plate mount. I think it was about 50 bucks Canadian. And the best part is shipping from Riga, Latvia, all the way to Ontario, Canada, was 20 bucks. So, the fuck's going on there, Biden? What are you doing to shipping? Because it wasn't like this when Trump was there. And, I'm not really a supporter of either, but, like, the fuck happened? I can't order anything. I'm just gonna check to make sure there's no broken sections of clip or anything in here before I try and stick this in. But I'm just assuming that this just slides in. Just like that. And this just flips in, right? And now it should have these little tabs on the bottom here. Yeah, it just clips right in. And then in here, we're getting there. Just waiting for the next piece. I'm still waiting for the right kind of fog lights that I want to find. I found some cheap China whatevers, but they're completely clear lenses. I like this retro fluted, so I'm trying to find fluted fog lights that go in here. Preferably ones that are already tinted yellow, because that would be kind of neat. So that's basically what I'm on the look for, is fluted yellow fog lights that'll fit this, as well as not being like $500 Canadian for the actual OEM ones that are fluted yellow fog lights. Still on the look for that. Still haven't found anything yet. What I did get done is I fixed the trim, got that all buttoned back up, picked up these clips, again, Latvia to the rescue. These things are $6 each, like literally made of gold or something. After the rest of the trim, I have another one here that I have to fix because it keeps popping out, so I'm assuming what happens, yeah, you can actually see it in there. The little rubber thing here, the piece of the clip on this side is missing because you can only see 2 little poles going up and there's normally supposed to be 3. So that's why it keeps popping out. And then this one here, oh, that clip is just completely broken. So I need 2 more clips here and then I can fix that. Spent a few bucks on a bag of clips. They were $6 each. I ended up needing 2 for the rear left door and I'm going to need 2 for the rear right door. So that's 24 bucks in clips. This front piece was about 50 bucks and then I paid like $20 shipping, so it was about 70. And then this piece right here, again, Latvia. That's where I'm finding all of the parts for these things. Latvia, like real MVPs right now, like bravo. Totally saving my ass on this car right now, so like mad respect for Latvia. I'm starting to love that place. That piece there I ended up finding for 15, and then shipping on it was 15, so it's 30 bucks for that. So that's 70, 30, 100, 24 for the clip, so 124 bucks for all of the outside pieces. Shipped in Canadian, so that's like, I don't know, like $8 US or something. Which, all that's left is I have to find the fog lights, and then I was helping my roommate with her car. And as payment for helping her with the car, she bought me new emblems for the car. So I got these like gray carbon ones, so that'll go on there. That'll be kind of neat. And then I got one for the back, and then one for the steering wheel. Although this one doesn't have a crest on the steering wheel, so I don't know if I'm going to put that on there or put this on the horn button for an aftermarket steering wheel. And then this one will go on the back. I can't put these on yet until I paint the car, because I don't really want to install these and then have to take them back off, risk them breaking. So I'm just waiting. I'm going to pull the emblems off, and then I'll sand down the entire car when it gets to that point, but I'm not even close to that yet. So these just get to sit here and bother me, and they're basically keeping me motivated because I really want to see these on the car, because I'm like sexually obsessed with carbon fiber. I think it is the coolest looking thing ever. Especially this gray carbon. Oh my god. It's like gray and black carbon emblems. Oh, these are the best. But basically what I gotta do is, well, I mean, like right now I'm actually recording this completely out of order because the interior isn't even done. As of right now, you will have already seen that I had finished the entire interior, so we're a little bit behind. Got the last piece for the trim. Again, brand new OEM. So this goes like this, and that goes in here. Now, I just put it on the wrong way. Awesome. So let's pop that back out. This goes this way, because there's a little prong right here, which goes in here. Now, let's put that in, and then put this in. There we are. That clips in there. Awesome. Oh, the plastic is finally back on. Much better. I've still made zero headway on finding fog lights. Clips that I changed are holding up. Good, good. I haven't done these ones yet because I wanted to show on video how to do it. So we'll be doing that now. Okay, so now with the front all done, I can finish the clips on the back door. So we're already coming off here, but what I like to do is grab some penetrating fluid and just spray it in where the next rubber grommets go in. And that'll just make it so it works in, and then they don't break when you're taking them out. Even though this one here is broken. And this one here is also broken. So all four of them are actually broken. And I have 5 clips left. So let's take these out, take this rubber piece out. We gotta line these up when we put them on. These are obviously broken, so you can just take the little pieces out and that doesn't really matter. And very brittle plastic, wow. Oh, that's a dead spider right there, okay. Let's take this one out right there. And just do the same for all of them. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna use a screwdriver for this. These are really in there. Gotta make sure you get those little pieces out. So if your car is anything like mine, then also get all of the spiderness out. That's another good one. So now what we need to do is examine the trim piece itself, because you can't always put it back on, because in here there's a metal rail, and if the rubber around it gets punctured, they rust, and then you won't be able to get a new clip on, so you have to replace the trim. But this one here is looking perfect. So we can line it up with where it goes. And we know the first clip is gonna wanna go in right here. So we line that up, line it up down here, make sure that's good. Now let's tilt it back, and we wanna go in right about here. So that's where we want to have this clip to go in. Now before we push it in, penetrating fluid. We can slide these left and right a little bit, but not much. So we wanna try and get penetrating fluid in here to make this as pliable as possible. This little hook right here, you want to push up against that, so that way the hook on the outside is going past the ridge first and then down. So we're pushing in and then down. And then when you release it, it grips on. But for this side, I'm just going to squeeze the actual trim itself. There's one, and the other one. Perfect. Okay, so that one's done. Now we can just make sure this lines up still. We're not going to push it in yet. Just make sure that's good, and it lines up. This can just go a little bit down. That. There we go. That lines up perfect. So now, next clip. So make sure that one's lined up. And this one wants to go right about here. Again, penetrating fluid. Snap it in place. Okay, and then these ones here. There we are. Now check the alignment. That one's good. That one's good. And the next clip. It's gonna go right about there. Yeah, right there. This one here is giving me a lot of trouble trying to get it on. So I'm just going to press down and I'm going to take this pick and just try to spread that out a little bit. So that way I can get it to clip in place. Just like that. And again for this side. Now again, I'm squishing this together, but I'm squishing it on this piece right here. I'll use the pick to pry that out just a little bit. And the last one here. Check the alignment again, make sure everything is lined up, and it is. Now the last one, just to make it easier, you can also just kind of like rest them in place, but don't push it all the way. Line up the rest of the clips with the holes, and then just take this and pull it back. So now we have the alignment. Now, penetrating fluid. There we go. They all line up, so I'm just going to quickly wipe that down just to get the dirt out from the back and the penetrating fluid that I put on it. And obviously if you care about your car, then you're probably going to want to use some kind of cleaner instead of just brake clean. But as you probably already know at this point, I'm repainting this car, so it doesn't really matter. But with my current schedule, who knows when the hell that's going to be. I'm trying to at least promote the least amount of rust possible. Now we can just stick it on. Make sure they all line up. There we go. Done. So now the door rub strip is fixed. This one here is fixed. And we got all the pieces on the front where we need them. So the only things left for the outside in terms of like structural cosmetics, because obviously the paint is completely fucked. That's just going to be fog lights. I'm still trying to find fluted ones for a reasonable price. I can't find any. So I'll have to do those. And it's got to fix the rust on the back of the rocker panel. Then there's little dents and stuff, things that I got to sand down and whatever. So that'll be a whole separate thing of like actually like prepping the entire car and getting it ready for paint. But ideally what I want to do is have all of the pieces done, so that way I'm not painting a car and then I'm assembling it only to the point where I'm still missing pieces. I'd rather have it all done, so that way when it's ready for paint, I put it back together and it is done, which also highly reduces any chance of scratching it or damaging the new paint, because it won't be sitting around and I won't have to take the bumper back off and put fog lights in on a freshly painted bumper and everything. I can assemble it once, done, throw it together, and I never really have to worry about it. But that's basically it. For this one, I have a bunch of other work that I gotta do for the next video, and this thing has to get out. A3's coming back in here, and I gotta get that thing running. So, if you found something useful here, then like the video, or dislike it, that's cool, or subscribe, that's awesome. Or, I don't know, don't do any of it. I'm not telling you what to do.